Hey y'all, if y'all want to learn how to make this chicken fried steak, stick around. First off, you're going to need some cube steak. Alright, now we're going to get into the ingredients. Smoked paprika, garlic, onion powder, cumin, red pepper flakes, paprika, pepper, salt, buttermilk, and 1 egg. Now you're probably wondering why I'm doing smoked paprika and regular paprika. I just want to use up my regular paprika because now that my store has the smoked paprika in stock, I got about 6 of them. So I got enough to last me a minute. So here I am. I'm just pouring in some buttermilk. You just want to use enough buttermilk to where it is covering up your proteins. Whether you're doing fried chicken or, like we're doing chicken fried steak, you just want to put enough into your bowl to where it's going to cover your protein. All right, and then we're going to hit it up with a couple teaspoons of salt. And then the red pepper flakes, only because my husband loves them. He's silly. And then we're going to go in with some garlic powder. I'm going to just empty that bottle right there. Yep, turn that sucker up. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit it up with the onion powder. There it is. And then I'm going to go in with the regular paprika. Here in a minute, I'm only doing, I probably did about 1.5 tablespoons of garlic powder. I just did a little sprinkle of regular paprika just because I want to use it up. Black pepper. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with the cumin. Now, I did a little bit more on the cumin because I like the smoky flavor that it gives. Now, here comes the smoked paprika. Dumping that sucker in. Yeah. Now we're gonna go ahead and crack in 1 egg. After you get your egg in there, not got the hiccups. Now you got your egg in there, you're gonna give it a really good whisk. Make sure that they're all incorporated. Oh my god, I'm never gonna get this voiceover done. Alright, just whisking the hell out of it. After you get done whisking, salt, pepper, and garlic powder your cube steaks before you put it in there. That's what I added to mine. Now, we're just going to whisk it. We're just going to put all of our cube steaks in there. I'm just making sure that both sides are getting covered in the buttermilk mixture. This is kind of a little bit the same way how I do my fried chicken. I'm going to do the fried chicken tonight, so I will post that on my community tab. And if you want the recipe, then I will go ahead and post it up for you. Alright, now, I put that buttermilk, I let it sit in my fridge while I was at work, and this is when I came home. I have found this Kentucky Fried seasoned flour at my local Walmart. Never tried it before, but me and my husband saw it and we were like, hey, why not? Let's give it a try let's give it a try and see what happens. So, it was good. It helped me use a lot less seasonings to season my flour because I would just dump the whole bottles of my seasonings into the flour because, you're seasoning flour, so you have to go a little bit more generous on it because you want to be able to taste it. Alright, now I just went in with some Cajun seasoning. I used about 1 cup there. Now we're going to give that a nice little whisk with the little fork in there. Make sure all of those seasonings is incorporated into the flour really good. And then we're going to batter up our cube steaks. Now, this is my first time making this with buttermilk. I'll take that back. With it marinating the buttermilk, usually I'll do the egg and buttermilk and then season my flour. And then when I was pushing out, because you have to push out the cube steaks. That's how they get really huge. And I was trying to push it out into my little bitty bowl there because these cube steaks weren't really that big. A couple of them did push out real nice. A couple of them did not. So they were a little thick. So those did have to cook a little bit longer. Now I am just making sure that they're all coated nicely. And I'm just looking at the thickness because I wanted to start with the thicker ones first because those would cook the longest before I did my thinner ones. Now I did only double batter two of them, okay, and I didn't really like it. I just really I don't know, like maybe if I wouldn't have let them set in the buttermilk mixture, it would have worked out better. But I usually double batter all of them, but some of them were was kind of thick. So now I'm just dipping it into the flour. I am recording I'm doing my voiceover. What was I talking about? Oh. Now I'm just dipping them into the flour, and I'm just putting them on like a baking sheet so I can get ready to fry them. Oreo, I know you ain't got my towel, lady. Oh yeah, I'm recording. Okay, so, yeah. See, I double dipped this one. I don't know, I'll have to try it again without letting it set in the buttermilk mixture. And now I'm dropping everything. And there it is. There they were, all batted up. There's my oil, nice and hot. I got my oil heated up to 400 because they were still kind of cold because they're in the fridge. So it's going to drop your temperature down really, really cold. Really, really, it's going to drop it down to the 200s at least. Mine got down to like 216. So I was like, I had to crank it up. Now we're just putting them into the hot bath. We're going to let them start cooking and get a little brownie brown. Now we're going to flip them bad boys over. One bam, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Wham bam, sister girl. Alright. Now we're just going to pull those right on out and just put them on top of my paper towels right there. Now I know even though we did use salt, in our buttermilk mixture and in our flour mixture, as soon as I pull them out of the oil, I hit them with a little bit of salt on top. And then here goes my other ones, and wham bam, thank you ma'am. There those are. Now I did have to clean out my cast iron skillet, and here I am just putting my oil in. Now I did make like a quadruple batch of cream gravy, only because my husband was wanting sausage with cream gravy biscuits the next morning. Actually, the next couple mornings. So I was sitting there when I was making this, I was asking everybody if they wanted cream gravy or brown gravy. Nobody could make up their mind. So when my husband said for the biscuits, I said, okay, so it's going to be cream gravy. So you won't have to add in as much oil and flour as I did. You only want to add in 2 tablespoons of oil and a tablespoon of flour, and just whisk it around until the flour cooks out, okay? But I was making a quadruple batch. You'll see here in a minute. See, I put my flour in there, and then this is what he said about the biscuits. Oh yeah, you'll notice, because watch, I take the rest of my oil, and there it goes. I told you, I made a quadruple batch. So we're gonna have that with our potatoes tonight for our fried chicken that we're gonna have tonight for dinner. Yeah, we got a lot of summer food starting to come out already. So now I'm just trying to get all that flour taste cooked out. Now, generally when you do this, you already want your oil to be hot, okay? You already want your oil to be hot. So after you're done frying your chicken fried steak, just spoon out. I don't have any metal spoons. All I have was plastic, so I had to dump mine into my little glass bowl there. But if you have like a metal measuring cup, just take as much of it out as you can, except for like maybe two tablespoons. and then add in a tablespoon of flour, and then do what I'm doing. Whisk it around to cook out the flour mix, the flour taste. And then once that's cooked out, I used a whole half gallon of milk. You won't have to use that much. For that much, maybe a cup. And here I am, just getting that flour taste to cook out a little bit without my gravy turning brown. I mean, without my flour browning on me. So you just want to do what I'm doing, just continue to whisk it until the flour taste is starting to come out. And then we're going to go in with our milk. It only takes about a minute or two for the flour taste to cook out. And there it is. Now I'm going to add some salt and the coarse black pepper. And the coarse black pepper, that's what you always add to cream gravy, the coarse black pepper. Then we're going to whisk in all that salt and black pepper. And then once we get that all whisked in really, really good, it's going to be time to plate up. Now, I did have this with corn and mashed potatoes, but my corn was cooking while I plated up. So there's our lovely little dinner. There's the result. Alright guys, hope you liked my video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. Bye y'all.